Part of the Outcast effort with the green spray paint in the eyes.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to afternoon. So like, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it, y'all. So let's talk about the match first. Then we're gonna talk about Ruby Soho and Toni in the next video and how this affects the Outcast. Actually, I might do Saraya's mom first. Then talk about the Outcast, and then I'm going to talk about Mercedes Monet. So yeah, this is the first of 4 parts. There's a lot of intrigue in this, and the match went exactly how I wanted it to go. If you've been on my channel, you know exactly what I'm alluding to. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're new to the channel, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But let's get into this. Let's talk about the match in this video. So for the first time, we saw Storm and Saraya. We knew they was probably gonna end up fighting each other. So, so basically, what happened was that Storm took Baker to ringside, right, where Saraya's mother, Saraya Knight, was. Put her in a full Nelson, and then Storm tried to hit Baker, who moved, causing Saraya mother to take the punch from Storm. And Saraya, y'all know she's tough, man, because I believe she was a former wrestler, right? In that movie, yeah, she was a former wrestler. So, her real name is Julia Hammer Beavis, but so she goes by Saraya Knight though, and that's how her daughter got that name. But but yeah. So, anyways, so after that happened, Saraya's mom got into it. Saraya really thought she did it on purpose to her mom. She didn't really see what really happened. And like I said, her mom wanted to fight Toni Storm. And I love how they built the drama between the Outcasts the whole match. Ruby Soho even came out and tried to talk to Storm because she was trying to put her in a position where she was going to, and I like how they talked about the neck problems with Saraya. I want to talk more about that in the next few videos, but she tried to kick her neck off, you know what I'm saying, with the turnbuckle exposed in the bottom. And Ruby Soho started to top her for doing it, but then she pushed Ruby Soho down. That was crazy. That was crazy. She turned and blasted on Soho, man. Baker had a bit of a flurry that included super kicking Storm, who fell on top of Saraya and got a 2 count. And I love how they built this up too, right? So Saraya fired up and put Storm in a sharpshooter and then hooked the arms behind her. It was a pretty cool sharpshooter, by the way. Baker hit Storm with a stump that cleared Saraya with a punch and then covered Storm for a near fall. And somehow, some ways, Toni Storm was able to get up from that. Shida returned and slammed Baker on top of Saraya. This is what I like, because they had them go into a whole thing, right, separately. Shida went up top and hit a meteor on Saraya, who kicked out at 2. Shida played to the crowd and then hit the katana kick on Saraya and had her beat. But Baker broke it up and went for a lockjaw finisher. Shida blocked it. Saraya returned to the ring with a can of spray paint and used it on Storm. Saraya put Storm down with a DDT and then pinned her to win the match. And that was all she wrote for Toni Storm. Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida loses the AEW Women's Championship to Saraya in about almost 9 minutes. I gotta say something too. Let me say something before I have my thoughts on Saraya winning. Love the crowd tonight. Something about the English crowd. I don't know. Some people have said, because in North America, the crowds here in U.S. and Canada's a little bit better than the U.S., but not in all parts. There's some parts where the Canadian fans are a little bit dry. But some people say it's because we're spoiled. There are still some really good hot spots in the U.S. Obviously, we're going to be in Chicago next week for All Out. Chicago crowds are usually always pretty good. One of the best in the country. But I don't know if it's because London doesn't have shows, the U.S. based shows over there all the time. I don't know if that's why they always get into them. I don't know. Puerto Rico's crowd was really good. The other UK crowd at Clash at the Castle last year in Scotland was pretty good. No, they was in Wales, right? Cardiff, Wales. My bad. I think they was in Wales. So yeah, man, I don't know what it is, but the crowd was really into this match. And I think women's wrestling outside of the United States is really good. Like the fans are usually good to women's wrestling outside the States. Like, you have some crowds that get into the women's matches here and there, but it's like very here in between. But overseas in London, they appreciate women's wrestling. I appreciate y'all for being into the match, man. That was great. That was great for y'all, man. That was great. Because I remember they was into the Money in the Bank match, too, just a month ago for the WWE. So, really good stuff, man. But, yeah, Saraya, the champion. And I said this. Saraya should win the title in her own hometown. I said it. I was like, that's the best move to make. I don't think Shida needed it. I think the main reason why Shida got the title was a placeholder in between Storm and Saraya, but also to have her get a 2-time run with the title. You know, kind of probably give her a little gift for being such a good champion during the pandemic as well. But ultimately, Saraya should have won. Because it's not like Storm has to win right now. Baker don't need it right now. She didn't need it. I think Saraya needed it. Now, long term, it's going to depend on how they built the storyline. Because we saw Mercedes Moné. I don't know how this is going to go. But what I would do is this. You got the job done. Saraya got the title. Has Saraya probably defended at full gear? Toni Storm should win it back from her. I love the direction that they're going in with Toni Storm. We're going to talk more about that in the next video, man. But go ahead and give me your thoughts on this, man. Hit that like button for me. Hit the like button. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. After News to Light.